The lunch break is for eating, so go back to work. My ex-employer would send me out on errands all the time to the point where my lunchtime was over. By the time I got back to the office, many times, I would usually skip out on lunch because I personally did not have an appetite. One day I had to go submit some of the company documents somewhere and we were understaffed. So we agreed it's best I go during lunchtime. I submitted the documents and grabbed some lunch from a takeaway. I did not eat the lunch. I simply got it in a takeaway bag and got transport to work immediately. I arrived with only 5 minutes to spare and I was particularly hungry that day. I tried to eat as fast as possible and she was just talking to me the whole time, so I can't chew and speak at the same time. At exactly 15:01 she tells me, "The lunch hour is for you to get lunch and eat it. If you cannot finish your food on time, don't eat it during work hours. Also, please refrain from eating in the work area." 1. I was eating by the microwave because we do not have a designated lunch area. 2. The store, place of employment, was completely empty. I could have used a good 10 minutes to finish up. 3. I didn't have time to eat because I was running your errands. Cue malicious compliance. One day it was lunchtime and I wasn't feeling particularly hungry, so I am standing by the cash register. My boss rushes in exclaiming how she has a lot to do and we need to get the stock out of her car as fast as possible so she can go to her next meeting. "Will somebody please help me?" No one responded. "Up, you will help me get the stock out of the car, right?" Quote. Me. I would. But lunchtime is for eating. I took a piece of gum and a bottle of water and stood in the parking lot for the whole hour, watching her struggle with stock and look flustered. Not my problem. TLDR. Boss tells me I can only use the lunch hour to eat after giving me tasks during the lunch hour on numerous occasions. So on a day she wanted to task me, I said, "Nope, I have to eat." Did not eat and stood quietly in her full view for an hour. Never do work during break time. If you have to run an errand for work, that is work time, not your break time. Years ago, I was the assistant MGR at a bank branch. Every day at lunch I'd drive around to the back of the strip mall my branch was next to and just park my car and read. If I used the break room, I was constantly interrupted. If I left, everything somehow managed to get taken care of for 45 minutes. That is illegal in America. Don't know where you are, but that's unpaid time that they can't make you do anything. One of my bosses pulled this shit with me. I worked non-stop on a deadline until midnight the day prior. Then from 7 to 1400 the next day. I came back from lunch at 1500 and was told that I was contractually obligated to be in the office at certain times. Fine. Neither came before nor stayed after the obligated times ever again. He tried it with me again on a late afternoon Friday, but I informed him of my contract and fucked off to a concert at quitting time. Sometimes I need someone to move to a different job site around break or lunch. Construction job. I always tell them, somewhere between here and there, take your break. Pull into a gas station or fast food restaurant, whatever. But take your time. Just don't walk into the next job site and immediately say, "I need to take break now." Sit in your car if you have to in the parking lot.
Beautiful, A-OK hand.
I wonder if your boss ever connected the dots? She probably has no real recollection of having harassed you unfairly in the past, so she will never admit, if only to herself, that she created this problem. This is typical with jerks. They never remember doing or saying anything wrong. That's because their days are filled with similar behavior and it's just normal for them. Whenever possible, it's best to rub their noses in it immediately, while things are fresh. Good for you. But next time you do something during lunch for work, tell your boss that your lunchtime does not start until you are actually eating lunch. And if she has a problem with it, tell her you are never working during your lunch break again. And if she tries to make you leave the building for your lunch. Your story made me cackle with glee. Smile with horns. So annoying when managers are rule sticklers when it is to the employee's detriment, but couldn't care less about those same rules when it suits them. Face with symbols on mouth. I often took naps at my desk. People would freak the fuck out for some reason. I had my own desk and wasn't bothering anybody. It turned out I had undiagnosed narcolepsy. I still do not see how I spend my break time had fuck all to do with them. You gave an inch and your boss took a mile. Never give your time up for nothing. This story has warmed my dark heart. I'm RN and for at least 10 years missed breaks and worked overtime regularly, and getting paid was horrendous. Poor time management being a favorite reason for them to quote, and we are not for profit. I now work agency and have a phone app and can alter my hours before they sign. I've seen my pay rise by roughly 40%, not because I enjoy working extra but because of the workload and staff shortages. Fuck them, I really enjoyed my overtime in Fiji pre-pandemic due to their poor management. If I am required to attend a work lunch, I then take an hour off. My lunch break. Lunch to me isn't about eating. It's about a rest from work. And a work lunch is work. Malicious compliance. Don't let your pent-up malicious compliance get out of hand. Queue it up when you're done queuing it up. I used to work for a guy who would send me to other stores to pick up product cause I had a big car. And then when I went to take my break, he would question why I couldn't fit my break in while I was driving around Boston picking up product that he should have ordered. I don't know how long you've worked there or how much you like your job, but you might want to consider getting a new job and filing for OT for all the lunches you worked through. If you're in the US, this is the Great Resignation. And it wouldn't be too hard to get another job involving what sounds like fairly low pay, cash register and stock. Or hopefully a better one. Your boss doesn't deserve you. I am baffled. If your boss has you do work during you assigned lunchtime, why can't you go to lunch after? My lunchtime is for X 12 to 1. If I have clients I go 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. Why wasn't this an option? Or leave earlier. No one sees if you work into your break, but everyone sees when you stay just 1 minute longer. The clock dictates the workday. Your boss is breaking labor laws, they should be reported.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.